Hello everyone, welcome you all for this episode of Startup Stories. My name is Guna, I'm a startup coach and the author of the book Startup Recipe. In these episodes, what we are actually getting to know from this episodes is stories of inspiring entrepreneurs who started from scratch and built a business. That's what we are actually learning from each and every episode. And one such episode is what is today. We are going to know the inspiring story of Teena Abraham, founder of Homes and Hills. And her native is from Kerala and settled in Madhya Pradesh. And she has got a rich corporate experience in finance and HR for almost 13 years, working in Delhi, Chennai, Coimbatore, and Bangalore. And after having such a rich corporate experience, she started her own business, and the entrepreneurship journey is what we are going to discuss. So, welcome, Tina, for this show to share your story.
Hi, thank you, Guna, for having me here. It's a pleasure to be here. Hello.
Thank you, Tina. And so let's get started with this episode. And Tina, now this is the first question I ask anyone who comes for my show: that what made you to decide to get into entrepreneurship? What made you decide, okay, I am going to start a business. I'm not going to work anymore or something. What made you to come into entrepreneurship?
Well, that's a very interesting question because working in corporate, Guna, every time I used to think being an entrepreneur means what, you know? So, but then when the times changed and I became a mom, I thought more than working in a corporate, it's good. I can do something on my own where I can have a work-life balance. I can work from home, take care of my child, and do something new which something in the history has not been done in my side.
Okay.
So that's how entrepreneurship journey started for me.
Okay. So you're the first generation entrepreneur in your family, is it?
Well, I can say yes. I'm very proud about it.
Very good. So you didn't have any background and you started Homes and Hills and you built it today with lots and lots of customers across India. Now, what made you to start this particular business? Like, I'm going to get into spices, this for food products related business. What made you to enter into this particular industry?
Well, homes and hills. If you see the name itself, it says homes, meaning the products are made at homes in that kind of an environment, not in factories and industrial setup. And hills, that means a lot of the products are coming from the nature, which is the hills. Now, if you see a human being, for a man, for a person, health is the prime thing. And especially if I take example of COVID, not to have any depressing talks here, but we have understood that health is the most important thing. So, and then being a mom, when responsibility is literally sitting on your head, I thought it is best to serve the family with the best products. And coming from getting being married in a family which is from Kanyakumari, and there my mother-in-law she told me a lot about these beautiful products like spices and nuts and the palm jaggery, and I realized settled in North India, working in different parts of the country, uh, I would say knowing the taste of people, the dynamics, the culture, I didn't see such authentic products even getting in a supermarket. We have to literally look for places where I can get the best of the best pepper and the cloves and the honey. It's very difficult. But when I found this, I would say a gold mine, I thought, why just to keep it to myself? There are a lot of other people who needs this. And the best part is the health. And that's how this entire journey started with just a thought and a push. And it's just God's favor how it has been, a beautiful year for Homes and Hills.
True. Awesome. And it's good to know that you are all been in so many parts like Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Chennai, Coimbatore, Delhi, Bangalore, and now you married in Kanyakumari as well. You all had an opportunity to always interact with local people in various cities. I think that will definitely help in your business. That would have already helped in your business, I would say, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And whenever somebody start a new business, no, it is very hard to do the first few sales. So when you started, How did these sales happen? How did you started selling it to people? Have you sold it to known contacts first or went ahead in the market? Like what were the challenges you were facing when you started? Because it's not easy to start something from scratch and nobody in the family in the business background being a first generation entrepreneur, and you need to start and sell something. So what are the initial challenges you were facing?
Well, I would say initial days, since I came from HR background, I knew how to talk to people, how to tell them the truth, how to make them understand. Because many times we know a lot, but we don't know how to tell it to others. That's the first thing. And second thing is about the trust and the word of mouth. And these two things were the prime things that worked for me. And I just started with 12 kilos of to be precise, if I would say 12 kilos of palm jaggery and maybe 5 liters of honey and 10 kilo of cashews. And because the quality was
Right? That's your first set of products.
exactly, that was the first set of products.
Okay.
And nothing in bulk I got, just little that even if nobody buys, we will be in a position to finish it in a couple of months.
Okay.
And it just got over in a month's time because people understood that this is the quality and the freshness they were looking for. And coming from all the natural sources and village made, they definitely wanted this. So
Okay.
that is what actually gave me a boost and encouraged me to do it more and
Okay.
not to be selfish, just keeping it to myself.
Okay, okay, but specifically, if you have to mention, I had this challenge, then I learned and I overcome this challenge, whatever it is, whether it is in the delivery or whether it is in sourcing products, or see, any new business would have faced some challenges. Why I'm asking this, because if you explain the situation and explain how you overcome that, people who are watching this, most of them are aspiring entrepreneurs. They will also get some tips from you through your challenges. That's the reason I want you to especially mention some challenges, if you could recollect and mention like how you overcome those challenges.
Well, yes, definitely. I would want to share and I want to encourage also, So challenges I had initially was in terms of the marketplace because, people who I know is not a problem, but people who I don't know and I want to serve it to others, they always think about first is the big brands, the known brands. And me having no brand at that point in time, it was difficult to kind of cross that phase.
Okay.
That was the first challenge. And other thing was getting these contacts and getting the goods at the right time, which I can, so some the supply and demand can meet. That was another challenge.
Okay.
So I would never compromise for a quality just for the sake of supply. So I always waited and got something which is worth the wait. These were the two main challenges that we had. Other than that, my stock, I mean, the products that we ship from here, it goes all across India via post office. So initially, people were very apprehensive because of post office and things like that. But then one year and more, uh, it has been really good. There hasn't been any challenges as such. So that is another, I would say, milestone achieved because now people don't think second time when we say post office, whether it is Jammu Kashmir or any village of our country.
Okay. Okay. Superb, superb. Thank you for sharing that. I think every new business has such challenges, and once we overcome, then that looks very small and like why I actually thought about so much for those challenges. But now it looks simple. But at those days, maybe that would have been stopping you from going to the next level. And also, a lot of entrepreneurs know when they grow after one challenge after another challenge, after one when we cross some 6 months, 1 year, or 3, 5 years, when we look back, we would have always made some mistakes. Okay, I should have avoided this, I should have avoided this. So if you can mention some mistakes which now you think, now you can realize, okay, I should have avoided that so that I could have grown faster or something. If you can recollect and mention some of them, maybe that will again help all the aspiring entrepreneurs who are watching this episode of Startup Stories.
Yes, definitely. Mistakes can turn into a blessing when we learn it at the right time and when we share it as well. So, for us, the mistakes that we did was in terms of packaging. Because when I, generally being a consumer, when I got the products, I saw how the packaging was done. It wasn't that sturdy and tight. So that is how we did it when we were doing it, when we were doing the packaging. But then later we got vacuum packaging done. We got the, different means of how we can make it more secure. So whether now, again, I would say whether it goes via post office, courier, whatever, it goes across 10 thousands of kilometers, the it is very sturdy. So that was one of the things that we learned, that how important that part is. And second mistake, I would say that we are always in a hurry to scale up. We are always in a hurry to do, white labeling. These are the two things. But shouldn't, because everything in the beginning looks very fantastic and it's like too inviting. So I would say that, be slow and be consistent. So it helps us to be in the right place at the right time. So this was the two things I felt that we, as I said, mistakes are always at that learning curve. So yes, that was the thing.
I absolutely agree to both the points, especially the second one, because I'm coaching a lot of startups. No, a lot of people come to me, and when I ask them what do you want to do and all those things, few of them are yet to start, and few are just started already their business. When I ask them what do you want to achieve, they simply put some big numbers in the more business model, and they just explain, okay, I'm going to do this, do this, do this, and by next year I will be making this much, and then I will like, open my showroom, then I'll expand to see they are too optimistic. That's fine, but there should be some reality is what, because initially as an entrepreneur we feel like everything is going to go the same way it is going now, but once you grow things change, more challenges, more things to take care, etc. So this is something very important. I think all the aspiring entrepreneurs should understand, or the new startups, because things are not going to go the same way. It's going to change, and you need to change every now and then, and it is going to take some time, and we should be ready for it. The patience is definitely mandatory. And now in homes and else, how many products you are dealing with? Total, the number of products you are dealing in, and can you just categorize what are the different products you deal in?
Yes, sure. So, I have honey, saffron, palm jaggery. Then I have lots of variety in dry fruits like cashew, almonds, pista, walnuts, raisins. Then I have spices, all the authentic spices that we use for our cooking. These are the products we have. So in spices, it's right from peppers to cardamom to cloves, everything around that.
Super. So these are the regular products. You also add some new products, right? Every now and then you will add some products, or like these are standard products, and you keep focusing on this.
No, so as I mentioned a little before that, I just started with 3 products, and just over the year we have increased it to close to, I think, 15 products plus.
Wow.
So it's always like when we see the interest of my clients, I always try to get the best for them and meet their demands. So that is how it's been growing from then.
Okay, I think that's a message again to all the startups. Like start with one or two or three products, and then you can keep adding to it so that you know what customer wants, and then you can grow with it. And what is the next new product coming up? Are you adding anything to this, or for this festive season, or any new products you're working on currently?
Yes, yes, yes. So celebrating 1 year anniversary and Christmas, the season of giving. So we have actually come up with a beautiful gift hamper that you can gift it to yourself or to your friends. And it is priced at 999 or 1299. And in that gift hamper, you have goodies from Homes and Hills, which you will definitely love. You have a DIY cookie kit that you can, ask your kids to bake it, because kids love baking. And we have this Christmas tree, wooden Christmas tree. It's actually made by these kids in the orphanage for their upskilling program. And this is something you get as a gift in your Christmas hamper. Also, this season, since it is a time of giving back, we are actually this month, whatever is possible from Homes and Hills, we are kind of contributing it for the betterment of these kids in terms of their supplies, their needs, the food. And Guna, encouraging that more people come and buy and they get discounts, and in turn we can give it back to these kids who have nothing else apart from saying thank you to us.
You
and
mean
bringing us smile this season.
some
So this is what we have launched.
Okay, you mean some percentage goes to that orphan kids and to take care of them. Super. That's a great initiative. I think that is one more thing what we can do when we become an entrepreneur. We make some money and we contribute a portion of it and nothing like that, because that's how we have to help people when we are not making enough money, and obviously you can't help others as much as you make. You can start helping more and more people. That's why you should become an entrepreneur and you should make a lot of money so that you go back and impact a lot of people positively. So I think you are doing an amazing job, and just in 1 year you have added more products and now you're helping society as well. I think that's a great initiative from your side. And in this journey of entrepreneurship, after some 13 years of corporate experience, can you suggest or can you give some suggestions or tips or ideas, advice, or something to all those who want to start a business now? Because a lot of people are looking to start their own business, especially after COVID. Now, since the online medium is actually very, very supportive for any home based business, there are a lot of people who want to start something from their home, especially makers who actually start their job like you, and now they can't go for a full time job, but they're looking for something. So, what will be your advice or tips or suggestions for those people who want to start a home based business as an aspiring entrepreneur?
Well, that's a beautiful question. And coming from an HR background and being an entrepreneur, I always support, you know, supporting the woman, empowering the woman. And to begin with, I would say to have a good support system. So, in my terms, my husband is my support system. So, have whatever support system you could have before you start with this, because initially, if it's small, you think that everything is doable. But when it scales up, then you really feel stretched. So that's the first thing I would advise. The second thing I would say is start from wherever you are. So don't think about, I don't have qualification, I don't have experience, I don't have background. I would say, as a woman or as a person, if you have a zeal to do something, you're able to think big, just start from that. As I said, I started from 12 kilos of farm jaggery, and now I have sold over maybe more than 500 kilograms. So I would say just start from where you are and be persistent, be consistent, and I'm sure people will notice your effort, and you will be where you want to be, and that's how you will be history makers again.
Awesome, awesome. I think that will definitely help for people who are just looking at starting something. And finally, before we close, now if people want to order your products or something, how do they reach you? They have to check your Facebook page or Instagram, or how do they reach you? Or is there a number in which they have to contact? Can you just mention that so that if at all somebody wants to buy your products, they can reach out to you?
Yes, sure. So I will share this with you, and maybe I will text you as well. I am there in Facebook, I am there in Instagram, and you can always WhatsApp me. I'm always there, just a click away. And the number is,
No, I just want you to mention that Facebook page name or something so that people can connect to you directly.
so yes, in Facebook, I am there as Homes and Hills. So it's an and symbol,
Oh,
Hills. In
oh,
Instagram, you will find me as Homes_Hills.
okay, so
And my WhatsApp number is 888-443-4450. That's my WhatsApp number. So any question, I'm just there for you.
so no, you can also share the links when I post this video so that those who want can just click the link and check out your pages as well. So thank you, Tina,
Sure.
for being here for this episode of Startup Stories and sharing your inspiring journey. Definitely, that's going to help a lot of people who are going to start their own business shortly from now. So thank you for being here.
Thank you so much, Guna, for giving me this platform. And this again encourages me to do more, because sky is the limit when you get right people with you, and you are one of them. So thank you so much for having me here, Guna.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
You started with 12 kilos and now you are around 500 kilos. I wish you reach 2000, 3000 kilos very soon. All the very best for you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
much. And for those who are watching this video, I'm sure you would have got some insights from this inspiring story. I will get back to you with one more inspiring story of an entrepreneur in this startup story series. Until then, keep sharing this video to as many aspiring entrepreneurs as possible. Help them to learn better and to get knowledge and then start a business in the right way so that you can actually reach success faster instead of trying everything by your own and learning from your own mistakes. You can always learn from others' mistakes, others' challenges. That's the reason I'm doing this regularly with so many successful entrepreneurs. See you all in the next episode of Startup Stories. Thank you. Thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you so much.